Lacrosse fans, please welcome to the Stupa Park Arena for Rocky Mountain Lacrosse League action in the home of your Calgary Shamrocks. This evening's game features your Calgary Shamrocks hosting the crosstown rival Calgary Mountaineers. Please join me as well in welcoming the U11 Rocky View Raiders lacrosse team who are here as part of the Shamrocks community. I'd also like to take this opportunity to announce that tonight's game is the Ronald McDonald House game. The Calgary Shamrocks are volunteering for the Home for Dinner program at the Ronald McDonald House and will purchase groceries and provide a meal for families staying at the house. From tonight's game, all 50/50 admission and additional donations will go towards the purchase of groceries. Any extra will be donated to the Ronald McDonald House. Please visit one of the ticket tables to donate tonight. With that, please rise and be ready. Move your hats. We'll play next one.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good nights, and welcome to another night of Shamrocks Lacrosse right here on CROW LAX TV. Dave Stanish along for the ride, coming to you live one more time from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, and it is the two of the three Calgarian teams. It is the Shamrocks versus the Junior B Mountaineers. A South Division battle between these two clubs. Mountaineers with their hard-fought win last night in overtime over the Okotoks Marauders. Mountaineers coming off a couple of losses last weekend. Shamrocks in green, Mounties in white. This is match 3 of a 4-game series between the two teams. Mounties come into the contest 4-10. Shamrocks, if they haven't already, are extremely close to clinching the pennant and the bye into the second round to face either the Mountaineers or the Marauders in the South Division final to get to the Larry Bishop Memorial Cup over August long weekend. Shamrocks get the opening possession off the face-off violation, trying to go middle low and middle right, and 2 in a row saves that, for Connor Thane, the starting goalie. Thane, a 6.3 GAA and an 866 save percentage, which are both fantastic. On the other side, he got the night off last night. Reese Bjarnson draws the start. 917 is his save percentage. 2.8 is his GAA. So we may not see a lot of scoring at all tonight. And either way is just fine. Again, if you were with us last night in an absolutely incredible 60-minute and 8-second game that never was not completely entertaining and up in the air, and up into the air into the top left corner, past the goaltender, that is Wilson Ingalls. Only his second goal of the year for number 12. And within a minute, they have the opening goal. I mentioned the Mountaineers. They're 4-10 this year. 0-2 against the Shamrocks, which we'll talk about. But here's the interesting thing. They're 3-0 against the Lethbridge/Coaldale/Southern Alberta Rockies, and they're 1-10 against everybody else, for a total of 4-10 in their record. This is game 15 for them. Game 15 for the Shamrocks. They're 13-1. Their only loss coming back a few weeks against the Manitoba Blizzard. So yeah, the Shamrocks have had the Mountaineers number, and the Mounties have struggled. They have one win against Okotoks, but other than that, they have been 0 against anybody that isn't the Rockies. Unassisted goal for Wilson Ingalls. Shamrocks win the next face-off. Trying to go center right. No luck. A little bit wide of the net. And the rebound bounces behind the red line, so that's a over and back call. I was going to say a too many men call. That's something else. Well, you can call too many men in lacrosse too. Speaking of, we had as we were arriving about an hour ago, we had the Senior B Calgary Mountaineers Edmonton Miners game, and the Mountaineers got that win 13-7 and broke up the undefeated record of the Miners, who take their first Senior B loss in 2024 in that 5-team division. Of course, they're on their way to the President's Cup. These teams are on their way to the Founders Cup, and they'd love to be in Hamilton August 21st to the 25th. Shamrocks would definitely like a second chance at a national event. That one deflects out of the stick. Some slow, methodical passing, but not the greatest luck for Aaron Siege. He got a couple last night. He's up to 21 for the year. RockyMountainLAX.com for anything and everything you want to know about your favorite team. Score, stats, schedules, standings, stories, and other words that start with S. RockyMountainLAX.com, including the final results of this game, probably within about 2 or 3 hours of where we are right now. A bench minor for unsportsmanlike conduct against the Mountaineers. The Marauders took a penalty like that last night as well. Maybe even 2. We'd have to double check the official game sheet. But they were not happy. And Connor Thane's not going to be too happy either, because that is a conversion. A power play conversion. And a ball into his net. Shamrocks have their second of the day. Looks like Auger. And Shamrocks, despite playing less than 24 hours ago, seem to have 100% in their gas tank. Face-off violation against the Shamrocks, giving the Mountaineers the chance to respond. No lead was safe last night. It never got past a 2-goal lead for either team. The Marauders putting on a heck of an effort as they dropped to 7-7 in the regular season. Big collision behind the net. McKaig went down and got right back up again. Jack was our fill-in cameraman last night and did a pretty good job. So thanks to Jack. He draws into the lineup today. A lot safer up here, but I know he'd rather be down there. Shamrocks again with control on 5-on-5, and they'll score again. They'll add to their total. Gavin Perotti, he also had the night off last night, and he converts. 3 goals on 5 shots. Mountaineers still yet to test Bjornsson. And right now, the Shamrocks seem to have cleaned up all the issues they've had in their last 2 home games, both against the Marauders. And even the game they lost against Manitoba, they were behind early in the first period as well, so they haven't had the greatest starts. This has been nothing less than a perfect start. Auger got the power play mark. Zane Fletcher adds to his total, 37 goals, but an assist in that case. Mounties trying to get for a big wind-up. That's blocked in front. Madden Bowers takes a big hit in front of a capacity crowd here. There was a major crowd for the Senior B Mounties, and a lot of those people stuck around for the Junior B, too, for the price of 1. Why not? on a warm Saturday evening. 2 of the 3 Calgary-based teams in this game. Ferrati goes to 15, trying to drive baseline outside the crease barrier. A good save. Nolan Highcamp trying to get his 3rd of the year. And Thane makes a good stop. Yeah, 6.33, an excellent goals against average, despite the team's record in front of him. Again, the Shamrocks will have another home game against the Rockies on Friday. We have to see you there for another broadcast. Wind up, missing left. No luck for Dane Hansen. He's got 25 on the year to lead his team. Rory Dame has 22. Mounties looked solid a few weeks ago in Airdrie when up doing the Silvertips game, but unfortunately just having not a great first 6 minutes. And took a frustrating, unsportsmanlike penalty within the first minute. Shamrocks defending the left goal in the green jerseys, if you're just joining us. Mounties with a giant M in the white. That one missed again. They were looking for something to Wyatt Vars, number 70, and he doesn't get a look at the rebound off the big bounce. 6 minutes gone, 6 shots to 0 for the Shamrocks, but 3 goals to 0 on the much bigger part of the scoreboard. These two teams saw each other on opening night right here at the Stu Peppard Arena. Shamrocks 18-8 as that ball bounces between several runners. And only now the Shamrocks knew that any touch was going to result in a shot clock violation, so they immediately set up for their next defensive stance. 18-8 for the Shamrocks in that opening game back at the end of April, when the ice had just barely been taken out of the arc, or out of here, I should say. Nice diving attempt. That one off the edge of the post for Dane Hansen. Dane will look again. Time and space, all the time in the world for Daniel Lavoie, 77. And that's a couple of shots on goal. And Bjarnsson's save percentage goes up even more. May 16th, these two teams saw each other at the Acadia Rec Center, and the Shamrocks won that one 13-7. So 26 and 20 goals the last 2 times these teams have seen each other. They'll see each other again on July 7th, again at the Arc, as part of their 4-game season series. Shamrocks would love to, the Mountaineers would love to try to catch the Marauders to try to host that semifinal. But again, they'll have to get something big because they're trailing by 3 wins with only 7 games to go. Nice save off the left pad of Bjarnason. Action right down below in front of the good crowd. The double team for possession. It's still in the stick. And only busted out from Rory Dame at the last second. Shamrocks, a methodical trip down the floor. Marauders, you blinked and the ball was from one end to the other last night. But again, a much different pace and a much different flow to this game compared to that one, at least here in the first 8 minutes. Nice solid save. Zane Fletcher looking for 38. He got 2 last night, putting a very important goal late in the 3rd period. Of course, Liam O'Dwyer got the game winner. 8 seconds into the faceoff, they were killing a major penalty. They had 3.5 minutes to go on a major penalty as the end of the 3rd period arrived. But O'Dwyer won the faceoff, zoomed down 100 feet, and beat the goaltender to win the game shorthanded in overtime. The archive here on CROW LAX is available for you to watch anytime, anywhere. It was very, very fun. Just like we're having some fun tonight. Don't forget about our 50-50 raffle. Be sure to get your CROW LAX TV 50-50 tickets. The draw will take place on Canada Day with a maximum take-home of up to $10,000. Scan the QR code on your screen now in that lower right corner, or visit our social media channels for more information. At CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X, and we're just a really good follow also. Couple of saves for Thane, and the Mounties fans give their appreciation. Trying to go on the outside. Bowers beat one man, couldn't beat the second, and the ball was bounced out of his possession. Shamrocks controlling probably 80% of possession. Inside, the lacrosse equivalent of a one-timer, and OJ almost one-timed it in. Already an assist in this contest for him. Tyler returning to the lineup last night after being out with an injury for several weeks. Again, some physicality on the near side boards. And another interception, takeaway for the Shamrocks in green. So yeah, follow us on Instagram and X for all of our updates about all of our events, and make sure to subscribe to the channel so you can be informed. And that one's going to sneak through the stick and the legs of Thane, who hasn't had a great start. 4 goals in the first 11 minutes against him. Yeah, make sure to subscribe to our channel for the notifications of games all throughout the season. We're doing some Senior B, we're doing some women's games, and we're doing a lot of this Junior B Tier 1. Of course, we'll have the entire Larry Bishop Memorial Cup over the first weekend of August at the Airdrie Genesis Center. Each division winner plus the Silver Tips. A full round robin, so teams will play 4 games in 2 days. Looks like the one shot clock to our broadcast left has been turned off accidentally, so they'll make that adjustment. So that gives me a chance to tell you about the Chris Letendre Wellness Foundation. CROW LAX TV and the RMLL Junior B Tier 1 Division are proud to be supporting the Chris Letendre Wellness Foundation and the Canadian Mental Health Association to implement their Talk Today program. In 2020, a beloved player of the game to many in the North Division, Chris Letendre died by suicide at age 25 while battling, there we have both shot clocks, mental health issues. The Chris Letendre Wellness Foundation was formed in 2021 to preserve his memory and call the lacrosse community to action in support of mental health. Mountaineers trying to make something happen after a face-off victory. That gets snuffed out very quickly, and the ball's 200 feet in the other direction. Drop pass, goal. Nice receipt for Ben McLean. Received it going backwards into his stick and then immediately released it going forwards and burying it behind Thane. Mountaineers want a timeout. So as I said, the foundation was built to preserve Chris's memory and call the lacrosse community to action in support of mental health in the game of lacrosse and beyond. Donations can be made by visiting our social media channels for a direct link at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. And of course, this is not only Pride Month, but Male Mental Health Awareness Month. And believe me, if you need help, get it. Never be afraid to ask for help. Trust me. City of Fort Saskatchewan. Make sure to explore Fort Saskatchewan. Discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their historic downtown, scenic parks, and river valley. Work in a thriving community. Play where every moment is memorable. Visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan. And I'll tell you, I was there in the dead of winter and still had a lot of fun. So don't let that stop you. Leading Edge Physiotherapy, several locations north in the Edmonton region, but one location in Calgary as well. And there's a location of a ball into a net. Anthony Summers gets his 4th of the year, and maybe the timeout identified something the Mountaineers could exploit. They have their opener of the contest. It's a leading-edge physiotherapy right here in the city of Calgary. Based on the physicality that these teams play 20 games a year, and especially after that Larry Bishop, I think all those players are going to need physiotherapy playing 4 games in 2 days. The winners of the divisions all playing together. Ben McLean got the 5th Shamrock goal. Thane stops a 6th goal from occurring. Vimy Ridge Lacrosse Academy. At Vimy Lacrosse, excellence is the standard. Led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors, they're dedicated to molding well-rounded student athletes. Vimy Lacrosse is the fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Unleash your potential with Vimy Lacrosse Academy. Explore the academy by visiting Vimy, Edmonton.ca/lacrosse. And there are still spots for summer 2024. Kids will be out of school by Thursday or Friday. Some kids are already finished. If they want a lacrosse academy, there's no better than Vimy. Shot clock is not running. 8 minutes to go in period 1. Yeah, we got her going. Referee blows in play. Right here on CROW LAX TV. Another feature of our YouTube channel is a weekly review show. Keenan and Mohammed take a good care of everyone. Crease violation against Justin Ray. He's got 16 on the year. The recap of the week that was, the preview of the week to come, and their thoughts on everything going on in the RMLL Junior B Division 1 and everything in the RMLL entirely. Trade deadline coming up very soon as well, so who knows what could be happening between the 15 teams in this particular league and what movements could be made. Tyler Auger tests the lower right corner, but Connor Thane is up to the task. We've seen trades between these Calgary-based teams. Sometimes they'll load up a team like the Shamrocks just to fill up and make sure that they can get to the finals, especially Rocky View. We'll be interested to see if they make any moves. That one on the breakaway attempt, too much for Dylan Whitmore. He's also got one this year. Bottom left, no luck for Dylan. For Aiden Gorst, the captain. I think I mentioned him more than anybody else last night. Playing a really good 200-foot game. The captain does what captains do. Trying to find something over the top. Deflection always works. To the near side. Trying to find some space. Teague Hilkowicz. The ball inside the inner crease. Recovered by Ray. Justin Ray. Couple of hits. Couple more contact. Ray throws a forearm of his own, but the triple team took away possession. Of course, we've seen a lot of physicality just in the last 24 hours. Shamrock player taking a 5-minute major for a cross check to the neck last night. We'll see if there are any suspensions to come from that. And then a player from the Marauders got a unsportsmanlike, a 10, a gross, and a game misconduct. Rowan Croysdale. And I'm sure he's going to be watching the next couple of Marauders games from the stands. A couple of tries that go to either side of Mr. Bjarnason. 5:10 to go in an entertaining first period. Inside, double team, he'll break through. That was Gorst. Split the difference between the two defenders, but the top left corner was blocked. Again, these two teams will see each other on July 7th at the Arc. Inside, the dive. The ball went the other way. Nice look for Highcamp. Did that a couple of times yesterday and came just as close as he did now. He was diving to the left, but the ball was going to the right. That is talent personified. Back and forth they go. Mountaineers looking to cut the deficit. Setting the pick. Wyatt Vars looking for an opportunity, but they'll go out to Hilkowicz instead. From very far away, he just has to drop it in, hoping to catch the right winger. Hansen kicks it back out. Fresh 30 on the shot clock. Down to 20. The mid-range waist release is collected by Bjarnason off the floor. Of course, these Calgary-based teams and the Marauders draft players based on reverse order, just like the NHL draft that'll be coming up this weekend if that Panthers-Oilers series ever ends. Yeah, it's going to end on Monday. But, yeah, that's exactly how it works. The U17 midget kids graduate, and these players are drafted from midget to junior B. Trip from behind, sliding down, but holding on to possession, making a great pass was Wyatt Schnerner. And he's knocked down again, but stands right back up. A lot of these guys don't wear knee pads. If it were me, I'd be wearing a football uniform out there. Rory Dame. Near side. Lavoie can't find an outlet. 10 on the shot clock. Again, nowhere to go. That one bounces off Dame's stick and rolls into the stick of Bjarnason. Yeah, it would be really hot running up and down the floor, but at least I'd be safe. Probably lose a few pounds at the same time. Imagine how much weight these goalies lose in water weight after wearing all that equipment and busting their butts for 60 minutes. Wind up, trying to go down low, a little high-low. Fletcher can't get it through the stick. A fresh 30, though. And a kick out to the defense. Ferrati. Out and in. Baseline drive, couldn't find a bounce. No luck for Fletcher. The white ball against the white boards. Time and space knocked away from Ferrati at the last second. And some physicality and some conversation between himself and Will Kaufman, 55 white. So the draft portion I mentioned is because there's probably some former midget teammates battling each other right now wearing different junior jerseys. 100 seconds to go in period one. Lavoie bouncing up. Great reaction save off some great improv from Colin Bell. Found it in the lights and managed a quick release while falling at the same time. That was not an easy save for Bjarnason to make. That one partially deflected but recovered. It's a 3-on-1, make it a 3-on-2. One of the rare opportunities for the Mountaineers. And it bounced. We've talked in previous shows about how it can bounce off the back of a goalie's leg and go right behind him. And Bjarnason will admit he got a little lucky there. 20 on the shot clock. But an excellent odd man chance for the Mountaineers a few seconds ago. There's as many big M's being worn on t-shirts in the building as there are green Shamrock shirts. And these balls like to bounce. 39.8 on the big board. Bowers. They like to go up high and shoot from the secondary crease area. How about some down low? Perfect pass. Great vision to see Dame. Bowers made an excellent decision. Timeout Shamrocks, they gain possession and want to burn the rest of the clock so that the Mountaineers don't have a chance to reply. Plumetaria Plumbiteria, remember that name the next time you're looking for plumbing parts in the city of Calgary. Plumbiteria is the #1 recommended retailer for repair parts in our fine city. Delta, Moen, American Standard, Kohler, CROW, Rio Bell. They have all those parts you need to repair your faucet, toilet, or shower, if you're actually using it right now. And Plumbiteria is more than just parts. They are an all-encompassing bath and kitchen retailer with an extensive showroom and more choices than you can imagine. They will go above and beyond to ensure your satisfaction. Visit their showroom on Brandon Street Southeast. That is Plumbiteria. Of course, all the guys playing here today will be sprinting home so that they can use their showers. I don't know if they'll be able to wash off a game's worth of sweat in 3 minutes, but I'm sure they'll enjoy the challenge. For non-Calgarians, we're having the water issues the last couple of weeks, and they're hoping by Parade Day, everything will be back to normal. Hour-long shower for me that day. Nice save. Great positioning for Thane. He's able to collect it, and that will conclude the opening period. Shots on goal didn't look great at the beginning, but they are 18-12 right now. So the Mountaineers have made some progress, but they still trail by 4. The Battle of Calgary continues. Mountaineers and Shamrocks in just a few minutes. You're watching CROW LAX TV. Don't go anywhere. All right, we are back. They are back. We're all ready to rock and roll here on a sunny Saturday afternoon. Earlier action today. The Red Deer Rampage fell 13-10 to the Calgary Chill over at the Brentwood Sportsplex. So a great double for Calgary lacrosse fans. In the North Division, in the South Division, kind of in both. The Outlaws are in Coaldale to play the Rockies. That'll be coming up later tonight. Nicely underway here in period number 2. Shamrocks up by 4 goals. First possession, quick shot right off the chest protector. Both teams having 10 minutes or less to chat about their next move, what the next plan is. Finding no one in particular to pass to, Anthony Summers. 5 seconds on the shot clock. Wyatt Barr is trying to cut through, but has it knocked away. But his team got a fresh 30. These 3 referees doing an excellent job. But the Shamrocks recover right to left. Open man. Open lane, not an open corner. Both defenders ball watching. And that left Ben McLean with some time and space. Then at the other end, Schroeder had a look as well. It doesn't take long for a ball to get from one end of this building to the other. And then back to the other side. Will Kaufman found it off the boards. Can't handle the return pass. Shamrock's possible odd man chance, crossing it through. Top shelf, high low, and it's going to go for Blake Anderson. Excellent work from Highcamp to know where he was and where the opponents were. Did he have the chance to open it up for Blake? And he absolutely did. Great awareness. Blake Anderson gets the payoff. He's got a dozen in 2024. The lead 6-1. Shamrocks have the South Division clinched, and they'll host the South Division finals. But they're not going to rest and just take it easy and then hope they have the right level of play from Friday, or Thursday, anywhere from July 25th to July 29th. They'll host those South finals. Of course, we have the Rocky View Silver Tips games. They may be hosting that weekend as well, so we might have a couple of doubleheaders or concurrent games between the 2 South crews here on CROW LAX. All the division finals that weekend. I'm sure our friends in the North will be working very hard that weekend as well as the previous weekend in the divisional semifinal round, where the first place team in each of the 3 Alberta divisions get a bye. The 4th place teams in each division are eliminated. 3 plays 2, the winner plays 1 the following weekend. That 25th to 29th of July period that I mentioned. Inside, net moves, but not the best chance. Not the best angle to execute for Madden Bowers. O'Shea, forced backwards. Nice work by Kaufman, but inside. McLean looking for his second of the day. A bit unlucky with the bounce. Quickly, the other end, Mountaineers off the shoulder of Bjarnason. Snap feed. Summers trying to get an assist on his total. Sometimes it's hard to follow everything because it goes so fast. Unable to locate it with Siege. Had a good couple of important markers last night. Riley Boss drops it off. Pick and roll. They can't find Colin Bell on the far side. Let's try something off the deflection, and it will bounce to Bjarnason. Very careful. And the outlet pass sends the ball to the other direction. Blake Anderson decides to hold up and go for a break. On the outskirts of the outer crease. Good opportunity and a solid rebound collection. Auger. We talked about offensive rebounds all season. We're talking about that at an incredible level at the Larry Bishop coming up the first weekend of August. Yeah, 7 weeks, the season will be over. Then little bounce, second try, but a toe inside the crease for Nolan Highcamp. I'm sure the ice will be going back into this building probably the middle of August at the latest. And then the Icemen will do what they do for 9 or 10 months in a row. Crossing it through. The blast, it is saved. Good pad save off Justin Ray's attempt at the lower left corner. Some more action behind the net and in to the goalie's right. He'll make a solid save with his left. And some good sustained pressure for the Mountaineers trying to cut into this lead. Highcamp maintains possession. And goes to the bench for a well-deserved break. 16 on the shot clock. Dryden Lee tangled up with Schnurr, That one pushed ahead by Trudeau. He can't recover. And a shot clock violation against the Mountaineers. 6 minutes into period number 2 right here on CROW LAX TV, both live and on demand. If you want to watch a game from beginning to end and don't want to be spoiled in the middle, wait about 3 hours from the start time, and then the on-demand spoiler-free version will be available for you to click on and watch at your leisure. And you can find out in your pace what the final score was. We take pride in our spoiler-free archive section. Over the top. And a pad save deflecting into the stick of Bjarnason, who's had a solid performance. 18 for 19 he is so far today. Mountaineers, Connor Thane, 18 for 24. Shot inside, nice little dive. They've taken some lessons from the Roughnecks games at the Saddledome. And Siege coming close. Offensive rebound collection. How important is it? As I was saying a few minutes ago, when the top teams play the top teams, that will be paramount. That one deflects. No luck for Dane. He can't collect. Meanwhile, Johnson's going to go on a partial break the other way. Off the shoulder. He got hacked in the back and gives a little shot of his own against Hansen. Perfectly legal. Saw a couple of those disrupted actually last night. Clean as a whistle, said the referees. Cutting through. Nice look. Nice goal. Dane Hansen, bar down. And he's got some teammates and friends behind Bjarnason's net. Well done for Hansen to get himself open. And the flick of the stick goes top center behind the shoulder of Bjarnason. Mountaineers have their second goal of the day, 28 minutes into the contest. .32 left to go. Face-off win for the Liam O'Dwyer, the hero last night. I don't think the Marauders had any idea that he was going to win that face-off and immediately drive and score for that overtime victory. To the other side, a partial break for Podrasky, and Graham seems to have found the vulnerable spot for Bjarnason. The middle of the net, right below the crossbar. Get Bjarnason to take a step forward and then push it behind him, behind his shoulders, when he has no chance to recover from it. It's like drawing a hockey goalie out 5 or 10 feet. And then he doesn't have enough time to make a play on the wide angle. There's a response, however. You knew the Shamrocks would want to get back on the scoreboard sooner than later, and Hudson Isaacs does the deed. It's 7-3, as we've had 3 quick goals here in the middle of the second period. Speaking of the Silver Tips, they lost to the Queen City Kings from Regina last night. Yeah, the Regina Queen City Kings. That's a cool name. By 1 goal. And again, CROW LAX had the broadcast. And then again, a full archive for you to check out. So they've dropped to 4 losses this year. Rocky View's had some struggles in the last month or so. But they're 12-4. Shamrocks are 13-1, and Fort Saskatchewan Rebels leading the North Division. They are 9-5-1. And right now, they are the 3 division leaders that would get the break and bye into round 2. Cutting it in, decide to go up high, feeding from Isaacs. Here's a look for Ferrati, and not the best chance, but Thane collected it anyway. Halfway through period 2. Crossways, trying to wind it up. Got knocked away from Anthony Summers. The lacrosse equivalent of a slap shot. Just a high wind. But can you get it accurate to the net? Shot clock violation against the Mountaineers. Just the 1 penalty in the game so far in the first 30 minutes. That was the unsportsmanlike against the Mounties. Wide left, wide right for the Shamrocks. Trying to make a move. The little scoop pass didn't quite connect. I don't think Declan Houston was expecting it, as he was trying to get his first goal of the season. The inventiveness that these guys can shoot and pass with always amazes me, no matter how many games I watch. So yeah, like I said, the Volunteers in the penalty box have just been observers pretty much this entire game. Considering what was going on, especially in the third period last night, they're probably enjoying the break. Nice save for Thane. Both goalies' GAA will go up in this game, but one will be a little bit happier with whatever the final score ends up being. Bjarnason makes a nice stop. Rebound recovered by Liam O'Dwyer. End to end, not quite. A couple of neat passes cutting through the middle. Zane Fletcher thought he had both men beat. Grayson Adams took him into the boards illegally and will draw the first penalty of the second period. You could hear the bounce from here. Interference is the call. Mounties' power play has been deadly all year. It's 1 for 1 this evening. 2-minute interference call against Grayson Adams. It's a 7-3 ball game. To the wing. Trying to direct traffic is Auger. Get the defenders unable to predict what's going to happen next. Nice charge out from Scherner, but he gets back into his rightful place on the PK. That one off the shoulder of the goalie. It goes out of bounds, but it is continuing to be an offensive possession since the defensive team is who put it out of play, just like in basketball. They're going to draw another penalty off the resumption of play. So how about a little 6-on-4? They've only got a few seconds to go on the shot clock, though. Now or never. Quick release misses. No opportunity for a rebound. And the whistle goes. Oh, 5-on-3 isn't bad either. They'll have a minute 12 in that. Will Kaufman will head to the penalty box. I think I might have jinxed us. 30 minutes without a power, or 25 minutes without a power play. That's a roughing call. And as soon as I mention it, whoa, is that a major? A major against Kaufman, it appears. Boy, could this be a huge turning point. Well, that's what it says, and that's what we're going to go with. Major penalty to what? To number 55, Will Kaufman, and it's a 5-on-3. Little back and forth. Inside, pad save. Loose ball in front of the crease. Shamrocks have to recover and then get out as quickly as they can. However, they are unable to. Nice work for the Mounties on the PK. Loose ball recovered by Anderson. And you'll see that there's only 4 Shamrocks playing. That is why McLean is holding back, so that the Mountaineers have no inspiration to try to take a shorthanded breakaway the other way without some defensive coverage on the other end. Riley Boss, not a breakaway, and he'll lose possession in his offensive half of our court. 20 seconds in the 5-on-3, 4:07 on the major penalty. And like I said, we'll see how this game, a 5-minute roughing call. Shamrocks seem to draw a lot of penalty minutes to their opponents. Nice little look. Bounced off the goalie stick. Bounced off of Siege's stick and recovered. It's a 5-on-4 now. McLean taking his defensive position on a power play. 3:30 left in it, barring any further penalties. Yeah, 5-minute roughing call right off the resumption of play. Referee's arms went up immediately. Trying to get the inside track is Justin Ray. Nice save, and his teammates behind him. Give him some congratulations. Shots 34-24 at this moment. 6 minutes exactly to go in period 2. Shamrocks lead by 4. They could really finish it off with something over the next 3 minutes on this extended major power play off the major penalty. Little back and forth. They were trying to outwit the defenseman to get Auger in front, but they didn't fall for it. And it's a shot clock violation against the Shamrocks in green, against the Mountaineers in white. Nice work by the back two to just wait for Auger to have that quick snapshot moment, one-timer moment. But the defense of the Mountaineers snuffed that out very efficiently. Speaking of efficiency, they want to kill as much time on this PK as they can and maybe get a shorty. Shamrocks gave up 2 shorthanded goals last night. They certainly would like that trend to end. Again, Gorst. Stick to the head, but he absorbs it and just drops it off. Casually goes back to the home bench. The Stu Peppard Arena on a sunny Sunday night. How about a sunny Saturday night? I don't want this weekend to end any earlier than anyone else. It's supposed to be even better on Sunday. That shot was wide. Trudeau trips over himself with the clock running. He had a chance to do something, and unfortunately just had a bit of bad luck. Maintained for his teammates, however, because Kabraski will draw a penalty of his own here. Bjarnason makes the save. Anthony Summers was in the middle of that fray as well. First penalty against the Shamrocks on a sunny Saturday evening. Cross-checking. That'll go against Dylan Whitmore. 4-on-4 for another 90 seconds or so. Wide stance. Wide range of motion. End-to-end for the four players on the floor for the Mountaineers. Nice save off the right shoulder for Mr. Bjarnason. And it'll bounce end-to-end. The loose ball. Still in a battle for it. Great work from McLean, because he knows their guy comes out first. Oof. The hack and whack right to the leg. He's getting double teamed, and big congratulations there. Looked like Reese Ursel, 39. Regardless, Mr. 39 did an excellent job. He'll feel that tomorrow, but he's pretty happy with his progress right now. Just hacked and whacked by two different guys and didn't surrender possession. Speaking of possession, the Shamrocks have it back. Another 20 seconds in the 4-on-4, 3:10 in the period. The battle of two of the three Calgary teams in front, and he's put it in, but it was across the crease line. No luck for Fletcher. He got burned a couple of times last night. But as I said, later in the game, scored a couple of very important markers in that 8-7 overtime victory over the Marauders. Gave them a fine showing of themselves, and I think a Mounties Shamrocks finals or a Marauders Shamrocks finals that last week in July, either way, will be very fun to watch. And that semifinal series should be very interesting as well, whether it's at the Murray Arena or the Acadia Rec Center. The third weekend of July. Looking for an opening, is trying to feed Anderson. No luck for Ferrati. Shot clock expires. Both penalties expire, and we're back to 5-on-5. 2:15 in the third period. Plumeteria, #1 recommended retailer for repair parts in Calgary, and their all-encompassing bath and kitchen retailer with an extensive showroom for more choices than you can imagine. Make sure to check out their showroom on Brandon Street Southeast. Again, our thanks to Plumeteria for their sponsorship of the Shamrocks, both on CROW LAX, and you can see their information in the game day program as well. Cutting it through, fighting off the defenders and getting a really good look was Abe Gorst. And his teammates recover. Quick shot, absorbing the hit, which was probably a tenth of a second too late. Fletcher a little beaten and bruised tonight. And that's going to be a cross-checking penalty against Schnurer. Schnurer. Avoidable contact on that cross-check is what the referees say. Don't forget, Vimy Ridge Lacrosse Academy, vimyedmonton.ca/lacrosse. Visit Fort Saskatchewan 12 months a year. If you're heading up north for a vacation, make sure to stop in Fort Sask and check out a Rebels game while you're there. 1:14 in the period. Another power play chance. Crossing it through high-low. Auger was interfered with from behind and didn't get the quality opportunity he was looking for. Again, the great battle. The extra man does his job. Dylan Whitmore took the ball away. Time and space. Whitmore does it again. And the power play is converted again with lacrosse. If it's a man-to-man situation for the passing lanes, the extra man has the chance to take the ball away from the defender and the opponent. That's exactly what he did. The physical work on the near side boards, traveled 3/4 the way down the floor, found the top right corner on Connor Thane. And the Mountaineers have a fresh 2-minute clock on their side of the penalty board. That one against Summers. We'll find out what that's about, and another quality faceoff win for O'Dwyer. It's 8-3 on the big board. Power play conversion's a strong aspect of the Shamrocks game. Fletcher, outside, inside. Nice shot. The right leg got in the way. Connor Thane couldn't quite find it, but he knew it didn't go in his net, because that's the first place he looked. 20 seconds in period 2, 90 on the power play. So the Shamrocks will have time to make some plans. Although Podraski's going to try to do what he can do on the defensive end of the Shamrocks. Looks for a call, doesn't get it. Falls flat on his back. But the referee says, play on, my friend. And they will. Shots 37-27 after 2 periods. 19-15 in the period. 8-3 is your score after 40 minutes. Make sure to look at those 50-50 raffle tickets. Scan the QR code on your screen right now or check out our social media channels. And again, don't forget, Leading Edge Physiotherapy, a location here in Calgary to help you out. They support the lacrosse community all across the province, and they would love to help you out as well. 40 down, 20 to go, but an intermission in between. We are ready to rock and roll. It is an 8-3 contest between these Shamrocks in green and Mountaineers in white. South Division battle. Shamrocks with the best record not only in the South but in the entire league. Everybody plays 20 games. Shamrocks are 13-1. Mounties 4-10. That puts them tenth among the 12 Alberta-based teams. St. Albert CROW 2-12-1, and the Coaldale South Alberta Rockies are 0-13. Rockies hosting tonight, looking for their opening win of the season. Rockies will be here at the Stu Pepper next Friday. We hope you'll be here as well. Shamrocks with a 1-13 power play, pending any other issues. They say in auto racing that yellows breed yellows, and sometimes penalties can breed penalties, especially since we went about 25 minutes without one. 1 minute on the power play chance. Cutting it through, back and forth. Zane Fletcher did not have any luck on the give and go. And the lacrosse equivalent of icing attempted by the Mountaineers, but it hit the standards up here in the barn. And an out of bounds gives the Mountaineers a fresh 30 seconds on the man advantage. Trying to extend this lead to 8-3. Trying to stay perfect against these Mounties during the 2024 season. And a nice right shoulder save. Our left, his right, Connor Thane. And Mountaineers possession should get this power play completed. 2 men on the backside. Again, that extra man trying to rip possession away. And the combination of Whitmore and Highcamp accomplished just that. Nolan setting up for whatever the next 5-on-5 play in the playbook is. Nice screen provided from Ferrati. He went the other way, but lost possession. A lot of basketball strategies used in lacrosse, a lot of basketball terminology used in lacrosse as well. Pick and roll, we just saw a moment ago. And a whistle being called. A penalty. Let's see what it's about. Holding call against Ingles. Ingles part of the scoring transactions tonight. Again, the final stats available probably in the next couple of hours after the game concludes. Back and forth, Mounties over the top, and they'll score. The assistant captain puts it in. That is Justin Ray. He had some chances right from the opening faceoff and gets the conversion now. And again, all three of those goals after the first period, the Arneson in that shoulder area, either to the left of the shoulders or over the top behind the shoulders. So the Mounties have figured something out. That is a power play conversion. Each team has one tonight. Backside. Up high. You see all the interference in front, giving the perfect chance. And they'll draw the penalty this time against the Mountaineers. Everything was happening in that goal mouth area outside the faceoff dots. And a little bit overly aggressive again is Mr. Kaufman, 55. 2-minute cross-check call against him. Mountaineers will have 5 games remaining after tonight. Shamrocks will host the Rockies on June 28th. We'll have that one for you. Then travel to Airdrie on July 6th. That should be an excellent game. Division leader versus division leader. Make sure to join us for that one at 3 p.m. July 6th. They'll travel to see the Mounties on July 7th. Shoulder save and a chest protector save. 2 in a row. Solid positioning for Connor Thane, but a violation and a new possession for the Shamrocks. Shamrocks season continues July 12th. Their home finale against the Red Deer Rampage, and that'll be an important game for Red Deer for sure. They're fighting for a playoff spot in that division against the Silvertips and the Rocky and the Mountain View Mavericks out of Innisfail. And then a meeting with the Marauders will the Shamrocks have in their season finale July the 14th at 4:30 at the Murray Arena. We'll see if anything carries over from last night, and I'd be stunned if it didn't. Another solid save. Thane's been good. If he can see it, he can stop it. Halfway through this power play chance. Fletcher, outlet, snapshot, big windup, but it got blocked in front. No luck this time for Blake Anderson. A big double team by the extra man, and again, the shorthanded team wins the battle. And they'll draw another call. The action between Houston and Fletcher. A slash occurred, and Houston will go off. These double numbers, Kaufman's been in the box a couple of times, Grayson Adams, 66. Now Houston, 88. 2-minute slash. Another 5-on-3. And a fresh shot clock. 4 minutes gone in period 3. Down low, baseline, backhand, underhand, and a stop for Thane. I think he was even surprised he managed to find it. I like those underhand scoop shot attempts. And another violation against the Mountaineers. Shot, big clock not running. As all the offensive specialists come back onto the floor for the Shamrocks with a 5-on-4 chance. Minute 30 in it. Siege on the right baseline. From the center. Siege wasn't expecting the pass, but recovered it off the bounce anyway. Trying to drive through this time. He'll dive. The drive and dive, but unfortunately a little bit inside the crease line. Play blown down. Mountaineers 4-on-5 possession. This is Lavoie. 77, kicks it in. Vars ignores the blue line because this isn't that other sport that's played in this building. Inside, makes a move. Little left deke, but Connor Thane wasn't getting fooled. Inside a minute on the power play, another solid effort for Brody Seaborn. Another one of the assistants. These transition and defensive specialists know what they're asked to do and do it very well. Little back and forth trying to get Thane looking the other way. It bounced off the net and rolls all the way back. And because it went off the goalie or the net, it is an offensive rebound and a fresh shot clock. Again, the diamond for the Mountaineers, trying to fool the defense, passing it faster than their eyes can compute where it went. And a pad save. Nice look. To the extreme outside. Justin Ray manages to drop it off nicely. The power play has expired. It's 5-on-5 action once again. A big bounce. Bjarnason leaves it for his defender. Eric Johnston and his teammates. Nice attempt. Nolan Highcamp, usually the passer, couldn't get it to work for himself this time as the shooter. Partial break. Odd man chance. Inside. How big is Hudson Isaacs, man? He is just a giant out there. They just couldn't quite find him in front of the net. And quickly transitioned to the other end of the floor. Schnurr on the outside. 5 on 5, 18 on the shot clock. Mountaineers trail by 4. 13 minutes to go. 26 goals the first time they played each other, 20 this time. Only 20 the second time back in May, only 12 this time. So the goalies have certainly improved their performances as well as the defensive specialists. Little in and out. Barati finds some space to pass. Trying to drive to the outside. Auger stops up. Knew he didn't have the best path. There's a nice path and a save and a bounce. And the Mountaineers, the only one that's allowed in the crease, recover it as Thane was trying to get back into position. Nice work. And the referee was right there at the red line as well, just to be safe. That one off the pad. Bjarnason's had a pretty good day. The release to Dame. Rory Dame kicked it out immediately. And the slow bouncing pass, Bjarnason again collects it in the big stick. Flicks it out. Eric Johnston. Oliver Miller. We're having some fun on a sunny Saturday evening. First Saturday evening we've had in a while that we could say that about. Monday to Friday was fine, but the weekends is what let us down. Connor Thane didn't let his team down right there, making his 42nd save of the day. Shots 50-30. Thane is 42 for 50. Nice shot inside. He scores, just barely crossing the line. And Rory Dame, the captain, cuts the deficit. Positioned his stick about waist high. Nice quick movement. And beat Bjarnason about halfway up the net. I was about to say Bjarnason has 26 saves. He still has 26 saves. He's let 5 go by him. 3 goals in 11 minutes is certainly possible. And the Mounties certainly have goals to achieve in the standings page if they can make something happen here today. McLean working with Siege, his right wing position. Again, no path to the net. Kick out to the wide side. Engels looking for something. Soren Nygren right into the equipment. Sometimes those balls will roll into the padding of the goalies. The whistle stops the action with 10:34 to go. Looks like a Mountaineers timeout. Certainly a chance for Thane to get some water and rejuvenate because he's been busy. Plumetaria, the all-encompassing bath and kitchen retailer with an extensive showroom and the #1 recommended retailer in Calgary for repair parts for your faucet, toilet, or shower. Visit their showroom on Brandon Street Southeast or look them up. Plumetaria, Plumbateria. Anything and everything you want. And imagine how much the plumbing is going to be tested in the city of Calgary the day after everything goes back to normal. I've got quite a few loads of laundry to do. To the outside. A little bit too aggressive. Again, it's Kaufman. He'll go to the box for the 3rd time. And more conversation between Bowers and McKeag this time. Kaufman getting a little bit too familiar in that visitor penalty box. high sticking. He got the 5-minute roughing call earlier, and I think he is being tossed, and the Shamrocks give him an appropriate goodbye. 2 majors in the same game for the same player. 5-minute high sticking call after the 5-minute roughing call. And again, Kaufman, what we usually say is he's the first of the showers, but he's going to have to wait and go home first. An interesting turn of events as we've passed the halfway mark here in period 3. Snapshot behind the net. Nice little tap up. Mountaineers knew that they could exploit it, and a bounce goes their way. But a fresh 30 for the Shamrocks in green. A shot from the blue line doesn't connect. And 5 new runners come out for the Shamrocks. Teague Hilkowicz, he's got 7 this year. Absorbs that hit. Like I said, shorthanded goals are not uncommon. Shorthanded goal won it for Liam O'Dwyer last night for these Shamrocks. That one a big bounce off the left pad. And again, a crazy bounce. You never know, sometimes a little piece of fluff or material or string might fall on the floor. And if a ball lands on it, it can take a crazy bounce. Certainly in front of your net. Goalies will make sure that everything is as clean as it can be. Over the top, that one's deflected. And a clean catch for Connor Thane. 3:30 remaining in period number 3. Or in the power play, excuse me. 8:25 in the period. And a 3-goal differential in 8 minutes. It's been done in this building before. A 4-on-5 possession. Trying to find any time and space is Podrasky. But he'll just drop it off. And 4 new runners will come on the floor for the Mountaineers in white. Vimy Ridge Lacrosse Academy. VimyEdmonton.ca/lacrosse. VIMY Edmonton.ca/lacrosse. Leading Edge Physiotherapy. Again, they might be getting some calls tomorrow morning, booking some of these Shamrocks and these Mountaineers. No matter how thick the equipment is. Nice big save. Connor Thane doing what he has to do, as Blake Anderson had a look. Leading Edge Physiotherapy, give them a call here in the city of Calgary. City of Fort Saskatchewan, if you got summer plans, if you're going up north, make sure to stop in Fort Sask. And like I was saying, check out a Rebels game while you're there. Donations to the Chris Latonder Wellness Foundation can be made by visiting our social media channels for a direct link. Follow us at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X for all the latest RMLL information you need to know. Not only do we do Junior B Division 1, we do Senior Ball, Senior B Ball, that we saw earlier tonight. Nolan Highcamp would love to play some Senior B, but only after his Junior B or even Junior A career expires. And the Women's League, we have some of those broadcasts as well, and we hope you'll join us for those. Make sure to subscribe because you'll get the notifications of live game broadcasts, as well as our weekly recap audio show with Keenan and Muhammad. Looking forward to seeing them in person while we get on the air at the Larry Bishop Memorial Tournament. No matter which 5 teams are playing, CROW LAX TV will have all the games for you. Of course, the Shamrocks and Silver Tips, our 2 main tenants on CROW LAX here in the South region, would love to make a significant performance. Of course, the Silver Tips are hosting. They'd love to win that South final. Big save, rebound, another save. Excellent adjustment. Zane Fletcher, he converted a rebound last night. Not so lucky here today. 109 on the major penalty. 2 majors for Will Kaufman. So Shamrocks can score as often as they want in the next 58 seconds. They need the ball first. Rory Dame, he got the most recent goal for the Mountaineers. And again, just trying to kill some clock. How about a last-second chance? You never know. Justin Ray had a pretty good look, trying to go to the bottom left corner of the net. Our left, Bjarnason's right. A lot of future lacrosse players hanging out. Maybe we'll be talking about them in about 18 to 20 years. Getting their first exposure today. And a U11 team was here as well, so you never know. All these guys were U11s at one point. Duff Houston gets the ball across half. Lavoie handcuffed, couldn't hang on to possession. Referee says that it is an over and back, exactly what Ben McLean was trying to achieve. Less than 5 minutes to go in this third period. We're back to 5-on-5. No conversions on that major for the Shamrocks. Forced to the outside, but just puts it on net high-low and can't find the space. And it's an over and back against the Shamrocks this time. Mountaineers would love to avoid falling to 4-11. Big contact behind the net. Behind the goal line, excuse me. Bjarnason watching his teammates at the other end of the floor. Try to expand this 3-goal lead. A big bounce. And an over and back again. The offensive team would have been the next to touch it, so the over and back is automatic, even if they don't touch it. And referees knew that the Mountaineers had no interest in getting that ball because they get a fresh 30 at the blue line. Contact all over the place. You got to have eyes in the back of your head to make sure you can maintain possession. Dane Hansen trying to return the favor. Big hit from behind. This time it's Riley Boss taking down Oliver Miller. Miller gets right back up. Referees get in between Boss and any player in green to make sure nothing else may occur. Don't forget about our 50-50 raffle. More details on our social media channels at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X, or that QR code that's there all day long on the bottom right-hand corner of your screen. Double minor. The Mounties, ever since I happened to mention it halfway through the second period, have spent almost half of the last half of the game in the box. I know that's a lot of fractions. Inside! How many times have they done that this year? Zane Fletcher, the baseline, one-timer. And that is a power play conversion. They'll extend the lead. It's 9-5. Fletcher's got 38 on the year. I've seen them execute that with Zane and with other players multiple times here in 2024, and it works more often than not. Again, O'Dwyer wins the faceoff, gets the congratulations, and heads back to his bench. Minute 50 on the second half of the double minor. 3:12 on the big board. Mountaineers, if they want to find 4, they're going to have to get something on this shorthanded attempt. Another hit from behind, and the shorthanded attempt no longer shorthanded. The build off of Thane's save. And Ingles does exactly what Boss did, and he'll get the same punishment, a double minor for a hit from behind. And 4-on-4 is what will happen now. Justin Ray will start it off. Inside, no luck for either pass recipient. And the Mountaineers recover and travel left to right. Quick snapshot off the glove hand, the left hand of Thane. No blocker on that hand. Hit from behind. Double minor. Nygren trying to shake and bake and hanging on to the ball at the same time in this 4-on-4 scenario. Off the bounce. Some more hits from behind and a slow roller that Thane had to be careful with. They're going to pull the goalie. 2:09 to go. It's 5-on-4 now, and they've had some power play success. Well, some 5-on-4 success. Can they find 4 in 2 minutes? Like I said, it's been done before. Dame inside, and there's 1/4 of it right there. That crosses the line. And Dane Hansen does what he has to do. And it's 9-6. The even strength goal. The Shamrocks, unlike April 26th and May 16th, have been unable to just run away and hide. Oh, Dwyer can't find it. And they'll pull the goalie again. Minute 40 on the big board. It's still 4-on-4. It'll be 5-on-4 in just a second, which will then become 6-on-4 when Boss comes out of the box. 12 on the shot clock. Offensive rebounds. We talk about how important they are. Inside, and they score again. The fake out for Dame. He knew to screen the defenders in front, which led to Teague Hilkowicz with the conversion. Nice work for the Mountaineers. They still have 2 minutes to go on the second half of that double minor. And this game is going right down to the wire, just like the game last night. Despite the opponent getting outshot almost 2-1, the opponent's not going anywhere. Mountaineers win a very important face-off. The triple team for Isaacs. 110 on the big board. 4 versus 5 now. They can't pull the goalie with an offensive possession. And Thane makes the save, and it bounced off of him into the arms of Trudeau, and they'll call a timeout during the course of play. 59 seconds left. Again, the Crystal Tundra Wellness Foundation. Get all the information you need to know at CROW LAX TV. We'll give you a link to the Canadian Mental Health Association and the Edmonton Mental Health Association for more details on how you can support mental health wellness in the lacrosse community. Shamrocks season continues after this game. Excuse me, the Mounties season continues. They'll host the Marauders on June 27th, this Thursday. How important is that game? And then they will travel to Okotoks to play the Marauders on July 4th. Again, second place could be decided or a lot more complicated between now and July 5th. The Mountaineers have anything to say about it. Snapshot. And Bjarnason, very solid, knowing what's at stake. 40 seconds remaining. Shamrocks still on their PK. Barring any other penalties, they will be for the remainder of these 30 seconds. Just clock killing at this point, forcing two Mounties to run into each other. And Brody Seaborn got a good look. Little fake out, shake out. the two Mounties collide, and he had an open lane to the net. CROW LAX TV, happy to be here tonight on another well-attended game here at the Stu Peppard Arena. And we'll see you next Friday. Their matchup against the Mounties, or against the Rockies, but against the Mounties, they hang on and get it done. 9-7 your final. Final shot, 62-36. Mounties improved their record. They'll go to 14-1. The Mounties drop to 4-11. And the Okotoks Marauders pretty happy, but again, 2 in a row between those two teams. We encourage you to check those out. Shamrocks will host the Rockies on Friday. We'll be here. We hope you'll be here too. Have a happy and safe week, folks, and enjoy the summertime. And save your water. Have a good weekend. Good night.